Oh, there we go. I've got the buy me a coffee there already. Hi everyone, it's Roz here. I am hoping that this is going live straight to the mytimetv.live, which is what I'm hoping. Yes, it is there, so that's okay. What I'm doing is something completely different. This is more an art type thing that I'm doing, and I'm not monitoring anything in the background. I'm just turning everything off now. I didn't realise I had so much sitting there that was open in the background. What I'm doing is some arty farty stuff. And I have no idea whether I'm going to get myself banned off Facebook for using farty as a word. But anyway, I don't, it is what it is. I'm going to do it anyway because I want to have some fun with this. Now, I've just got to bring up where I've got the comments and reactions coming in because I had forgotten to put that there as an option. Hi, Mary. I just want to pull that over to there. I've got to get in the right spot, don't I? I'm going to put the buy me a coffee up the top and change things around a little bit so that I'm not in the way with other stuff. It really is a experiment in, using Ecamm. I'm directly doing this through the Ecamm live streaming platform, and I'm coming through to mytimetv.live and Twitch and YouTube and Periscope, and well, it's still saying Periscope and something else. It is different, and go girl. Yes. So thank you for being here, Mary. First one on the block, off the block, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put that there, and I'll put my screen a bit further to the center. Then I'm looking at the elements correctly. So cool. Now what I'm doing though is move the buy me down 5 mils. Thank you, Mary. This one, that one there. What if I put it over there? Does that look better? And shifting it over under the Ros boundary, or take the website off. This is the beauty of this actual Ecamm. It's got a lot of flexibility in where you can actually put things, or I can put that over there, but then it's not there. Is it better back over here where I had it to start with? Yeah, great. Move it down. Yeah, great. Okay, I'm shifting things because I like playing with the buttons. But the other thing that I like doing is shifting around to various aspects using this with the picture in picture. As you can see, there's the little, got to go the right way, this one. Up there's the little picture in picture. And I can actually move that around so that it's anywhere, and I can actually move the size of it, make it bigger if I want to, and I can shift it around like that automatically so that it goes the opposite way. But this is where I don't want to have it this way. And the reason I have this way is because then as I'm looking at the comments there, I have it ready to look like I'm actually looking down, looking down looking down at what is being presented, which is what I'm doing. So what I've got here, and this is what I'm going to do. So this is what I'm doing this morning. I just really have been eager, not over the top eager, to actually get into doing some of this here that is the it's called alcohol inks, and this is the type of artwork that I've done. Now these were the samples that we did on the workshop I did, and that was going back 3 weeks now, 2 weeks, 2 Sundays ago. Seems forever. Oh, it probably was even 3 Sundays ago. Went with my sister and we had a lovely time playing around with these inks, and I'm going to try and get the photos up that I took of other people's work. Now, I probably don't have permission to share that on live stream, so maybe I won't, and I've got to find the photos anyway. There, let's see if they're on there. They may not be, because I've got my gee, that was a fair while ago that we did that. No, I don't have them on here. Oh, that's a bummer. That's all right. That's right. I've got my iPad here. So anyway, what this is the frame that I bought to actually do the samples in. See that as a frame, so it's got pictures in it already. So what I thought I might do was ask your opinion of which way round it should go. So I'm going to place these over there. I think there's one of these that I haven't finished. I'll take the frame out and I'll actually out from underneath, because I think the way that I did this was probably the first one I'd finished, then the second one, third one and fourth one, and just trying different techniques. Now I'm going to actually put the camera on my, if I can find it, on the iPad. You can tell I do use the iPad for this a lot, not. There is an app for that. There's an app for everything. It's just so that I can actually have the camera of me, like the video, the showing me as a straight on, and I think this works. I tried it the other day and I'm pretty sure it works reasonably well, so that what you're going to see is me. Yeah, I can't get rid of the ceiling fan look, and I can actually choose to add in this photo of me like this. Now I haven't got that as a picture in picture, so I'm just going to do that as the round. Why isn't it doing the round? Now that's interesting. There we go. There's the round. It's not doing me on the iPad as a round. Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. So you can see I'm having a play with the buttons again. I love doing it. I love the buttons, doing it that way. So let's do it this way anyway. So these here, that was the first one. I only just noticed. Can you see that fully? Yeah, you can. I only just noticed that you see that there, how I've embellished it, because you actually use what is just a gold pen ink pens, and I think I've got them in here. I forgot to get them out of my drawer, and there's a white one I still haven't purchased. So it's just these pens that are used, this style of pen that's used to embellish and do all these little lines. You can see those lines there and there, and how somehow I must have seen that this looked like a Catwoman type of figure, so I've sort of drawn it in with a little nose, and I was mucking around because it's just a sampler, and it looks like she's actually carrying a giant fish type of thing, and that's how I drew it when I embellished what is the ink art. So, and this really is just the doodles, and this here is more doodling. You can just see the gold lines, can you there? Yeah, you can in the camera. And this one I haven't even started on yet. So I thought, well, if these pens work, these are what I happen to have at home still, and I don't know whether they're still viable. I've not used them for yonks. They've been sitting in the drawer. What she had at the workshop was certainly new and had the correct flow. They flowed well. So I might finish trying out some of that live while we're here to put into the frame. But what I'm going to do first, shake them up a bit more. I want to actually get the frame off and see what these look like. Okay, so what I'll do first, right, you're suggesting try 3 as 1 and 4 as... You want me to understand that? Hang on, let me see. Let me do this in order. Try number 3 as 1. There. Okay. As 1. A 4 as 2. 1 to 3. And 2 to 4. Like that. Is that the way you reckon? Cool. Good suggestion. It does look good. I know myself sort of which ones I actually started with, so we might have a look at that actually in a frame. So I thought, well, the best way to do this is just take the plastic off and the backing and see what the heck does it look like. So here I'm going. Oh, all of that's in. Now I really understand what that says. It looks like it's in Chinese or some form of Asian language, which I don't read, don't speak, because it's not my mother tongue language. Whoops. Hold on, let's get that off. I better keep the instructions of that piece just in case. And get the rest of this off. I'm hoping I'm not doing any damage to it. I'm getting this plastic stuff everywhere. Getting it everywhere. Hold on. Let me put that over there. Oh, interesting. Trying to do this stuff. Done. Right. Now we go back. Oh, remove the film from the plastic sheet before using for the first time. What plastic sheet? That must be over that. We'll look at that in a minute. So I'm just going to place that carefully over those so I don't lose which order I'm doing them in. Let me just get the scissors and cut this. That's an interesting view on the camera, isn't it? Having just the brown there. Let me just get that off. Oh, God. I've got a mess here because I don't actually have a... Oh, as you can tell, I'm super organised like I usually am. Not. I decided I just wanted to go live with this, just for something a bit different for the My Time TV viewers, and for anyone else that's interested in arty stuff, any type of artwork really. I don't pertain to be an artist. I have fun with it sometimes. It's something I took up a long time ago just for the benefit of relaxing and doing. Well, at the time, I suppose, back at Meningie, there was some classes being offered with oil paints, and then there was some classes being offered somewhere else as watercolours. Oh, I need those. Oops, I didn't put them away, and I need them just to bring... Oh, gee, jingies, how do you do that? Hold on, I need it more solid something there. I don't know what, I'll use my letter openers. My nice little dagger. That's got to do it easily. So you'd lift them up, wouldn't you? Oh, I like the way they hinge. That's a nifty idea. At the workshop, the girls actually had some of this stuff already there for us to be able to buy to actually mount our paintings once we'd done them. Whoops, I nearly knocked you off. I'll give you something better to watch while I'm doing that. Just trying to get without, getting some of these things under my fingernails because wow. Now, as we know, when you're putting this type of thing together or pulling them apart, you've got to be careful. So I'm just going to pull up on that carefully. There's that back coming out. Then it's this piece of paper, and I always keep those just as a backing to what is there. Now I'm assuming I keep the mat. Yes. Now with this one, does anyone there actually know, Mary, do you know why it is saying, that's a bit rough there on that edge, why it's saying there how to remove the film. So remove the film from the plastic sheet before using for the first time. So does that mean that on the back of this plastic sheet there is a film? I can't see it. I actually can't see it, so I don't know. Maybe it doesn't feel like it's glass. It does feel like it's plastic. So in this respect, to have that come up as the 1, 2, 3, 4 this away, I actually need to put these in reverse order this away so that that one would be there. It would be correct, do you think? It stops fingerprints. Oh, probably on the front. I'll put that there. So, good. So is that when people are handling them or what? I suppose with doing this, I actually do need to, I do actually need to stick these down while I'm doing it somehow so that it's not floating around for me to be able to see it on the other side, isn't it? Don't you think? It's interesting I can't see my face there because of the iPad's turned itself off. That's the thing with the iPad. I've got to set a time, something to do that differently if I'm using the iPad as a camera, which I am. So this here, hey, isn't this interesting? Because I've got to make sure they're straight, don't I? When I'm putting them in there like this. This isn't something I do very often, you might be able to tell. Snap. That's good, thank you. I like that, snap. Let me see, I might need some itty bitty little bits of sticky tape or something while I'm doing this. I've got to find where my sticky tape is. Oh, there's one here. I do have one that I can just do quick little dots of tape to hold it when I flip it over, can't I? Not that I'm going to leave them there. I hope it doesn't pull and mark things off. Whoops. Uh-oh. See, this is the trick, isn't it? Getting it straight. Now that's going to be interesting. Let's see how well I do it. How well am I going to be doing this? I'm very annoyed. That's a bit crooked. That's a bit off. Let me see. Let me see. This is the first time I've done any arty stuff on here. I've never done a never done a live arty thing before at all. Not that I can remember, or have I? Someone else could tell me if I have. My family does know how my memory is. I'm not good with it, so if I can't remember it. Put it that way. Let's see. Let's see what that turns up. There's my sticky tape. Oh, shit. Oh, whoops. My language. Whoops, it's going to be a bit like that. Hang on. I've got to hold that until I get it done. What's it look like? Oh, how do I get that thing off again? Oh, that means, oh, look at that. I can see one that's a problem already. This one here that I've done in the second hole, to me it's upside down. I've got to put it up the other way. So here that is. Let's go this away. Let's go this away. And that sticky thingy I need to take off the top, don't I? So what does that look like effectively? Oh, what do you think? Whoopsie. What do you reckon? Now that's what the framing place is used to keep everything in place. Sticky tape. Good. I'll pick the right one then. I picked the right one. But how do you do that? Take that film off. Oh, here's me going right up close to a camera. Do you really like me that close to a camera? This is all an adventure to me. Let me have a look. Take that off. It's definitely new for me to be doing this. I've got no idea. Film, tape, hang on. From the plastic sheet before using for the first time, and it says take off that away. Oh, look at that. Oh, you can't see it that way. Hang on, let me go this away. I've just discovered here it's got the instructions. It really does have the instructions. See how to remove the film. You put some sticky tape there on the corner. Then you put some sticky tape on the other corner, underside. Whoops, hang on, get it off my plastic. I might have to do it two different ways. Stick here, and it pulls up. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, nifty. It's amazing what happens when you actually read the instructions, isn't it? And I'll probably do have to wipe that later. Oh, cool. There's that one. We've got a whole pile of rubbish over here now. And And it looks like I need to do the same with the other side. So it's two sides. It is. Look at that. Now I've got to do that very carefully. Of course, and there it is. Well, I never knew that. Thanks, Mary. Yep, turn it up the other way. It's on both sides. And there we go. I like that. Thank you. So we put this here. So do you think that that in itself... Oh, sorry. There was a dog going past. So that's what Peanuts was barking at. So she's going a bit nutso because the dog possibly came into our yard. And they're very protective of what comes into their yard, aren't they? So here we go. I've got those. Oh, and I've got to flip it over, don't I? Like this to sit in there. God, it's almost like I'm getting a lesson from friends here too. Hang on, get that all lined up into here. How do I do that? Oh my goodness. I'm actually going to just leave it as it is. I'm not even going to embellish that last one because this is how much I actually got done in that first workshop to be able to learn and progress from what actually it was really fun doing it. Now, which way am I up with that? I better just double check that, hadn't I? There we go. No. There we go. So that's how it's going to be hung. Is that correct? Forgot it right there, Mary. What do you think? Wow, that really is a lot clearer with that plastic off it, isn't it? The film that's over the top. There we go. We've got that far. Okay. Now, so if I'm hanging it up that way, I shall put this that way, because it's going along, and oh, this is the interesting part, getting that all back in. Wow. That way, this way, that way, this way. Whoa, hang on, got to find those scissors again. And here we go. Got to get my picture back again because I'm using the iPad. Look, for anyone that's interested in learning how to do some live streaming, I'm happy to help you through it because I've done a lot of different ways, tricks, means and etc. to do it, to actually get live streaming platforms happening. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but gee, I have fun doing it, and I certainly love helping others getting theirs going. So here we go, we put those first, and I'll just do those end ones just to make sure first. Now that's holding. Have I got it right? Have I got it right? There, that's how it will hang on my wall in the hall. Oh wow, I'm just noticing there's, oh whoops, I'm going to put that there differently. Got things hanging off my desk. A mermaid. I think that's probably why I went and drew her like I did, because she is like a mermaid. There it is. The hair, the flowing hair, riding a seahorse of sorts, a stylised one. There's another little mermaid. You can see her hair too. Well, that's how I've drawn it, done the doodles on it, the embellishments on it. Playing in the sea. I love it. I am going to leave that one as it is. So let's leave that as it is. I'll go and put the rest of these on the... I'll close them and I'll get a hook for the wall and put some string on these afterwards. I'm looking forward to actually hanging that now that I've done it. Wow. It's amazing, isn't it? Some of the stuff that we have, well, for as far as for live streaming and doing this live, but some of the other stuff that we have available to us in different ways of doing our art for starters, and this really is amazing stuff. I'm hoping I've got my gear close enough that it's not going to be too ad hoc all over the place, but have a look at that. I'll put the camera up even further so you can see the whole thing. Isn't that amazing? Like, that actually does look quite effective, doesn't it? Seeing that as a picture in one frame. I'm just wondering with that, should I, as far as under here, should I have, whoops, dust on it already, should I have actually put something in, like, handwritten something along the lines of my first piece sampler, my first sampler with alcohol ink art or something? Would you label yours like that? So anyway, that's what I've got there. I'll just put that up there. I don't know, because I sort of need it as a bit of an example of what I'm doing, because I do have, I'm just going to see if these pens do work. I'll just get an old pad here that I've got some old paper. And I did this, I got these pads when I was first doing my business as Rainbow Gold Bodywork. I've gone through a few iterations and name changes. At the time, like Rosbets is my legal name, but it's not what I use anymore. I have reverted to my maiden name. Now, I'd say, wouldn't you, that let me put it on a hard surface. I'll actually get the pad that's there, that it came off of, so that there's a hard surface. I don't know that silver is really that viable anymore. I'll have to get it going at another point in time. Even the gold is looking like it's not fluid enough. Oh, it could be if I just kept doing that, couldn't it? But who's going, well, I suppose I've got all the time in the day to do that if I wanted to. So at least that's sort of working. Showing me that I do actually need to get some new pens to do the embellishment and inks. But I do have a different option that I can revert to or can use, but it's messy. And that is using the, which I don't have at the moment. Anyway, it's Quink ink. It's the old-fashioned Quink ink and fountain pen, that type of thing. I can change to that if I need to. Now, I had it here. Now, this is the type of paper that I bought that you use with this one, with this artwork in particular, with the alcohol inks. So it's actually called the Yupo paper. It's a fully synthetic paper. It's not plant-based. So it is actually Australian, so that's a good thing, because I think we do need to have more of our own products manufactured here back in Australia. Too much has gone offshore, and certainly the COVID has shone up some of those deficiencies in our systems because everything's gone offshore. So there we are. That's the paper. Something fell down. What was that? Oh, here. Hang on. I'll take a dive. Because one of the other things that I bought as part of my supplies on that day from the workshop, sticky gunk there, was a portfolio folder like this. It's a plastic pocket folder. So that's actually got, and I'll take this out, the other piece that I did on the day. I'm not sure if I've shown that to you in a live stream before already. I think I might have. At the time that I put it in here, it was wet still. I didn't make sure that it was actually dry, which was a bit of a bummer, but that's all right. So with this is what it looks like as a piece that we did as a full-on sampler of just plonking, dropping the colours onto the paper. So I'll just put that one up and out the way, because there's the light on the full thing that I did on the day, on that Sunday. I'll take my buy me a coffee off so you can see that clearly. and have a look at that. Just the various colours, and the technique is just dropping these colours onto the paper and watching the magic, because it really was beautiful just watching how this flows. And you look at it and there is actually textures in that. It feels, you can feel some of the lumpiness of how the ink layers have been working as the alcohol thins out some layers and changes the colours, and it really is so magic. And the way that I saw things in this to embellish it, compared to what some others had as their embellishments. And I'll just see if I've got those. I will, if I've got them here, I'll just show you quickly what some of those, no they're not, I can't remember what phone. I think I had them on this phone, because I do have the iPhone and a Samsung. Let me just see if I've got them on this one for you. And they were absolutely beautiful. Some of these, you know, the flow of them, and I've just got to find, gee, what date was it? It was the 6th of June. What are we now? The 20th. So it was 2 weekends ago. So here we go with some of the techniques. Oh, hang on. There's the sampler that was, can you see that? A bit hard, isn't it? But you sort of look, this is the sampler that the teacher actually had on the day. I was allowed to take a photo of that one. You can see, look at all the colours, absolutely superb. And some of that has embellishments, and there's a photo of, there's the pens that we were using. I didn't buy any on the day because she was in short supply. Like she didn't have enough for all of us to buy our own pens. But there's something that's available from Officeworks and other art places. And here's some of the other students' artworks. Look at the way they've embellished. And this is a closer update. I'm not sure whether that was my sister's. There's some more. It's beautiful work. And this is just from playing around with it. And there's another one. Isn't it beautiful? It looks like you know, the starts of little butterflies in that one, in how the embellishment's gone. And it just started from a whole heap. It can just start from a whole heap of dots. Look at that, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, with the butterfly there. And there is someone else's, another of the students' work just has their grouping of 4, like my grouping of 4 is there. It's just so beautiful. And there's the big piece. We did four little ones and a big piece, which is what you're seeing of mine, is the big one as a photo there. That's my photo of it. So there it is. Oh, stupid thing. Went and moved around on me. How do you get these things to go the right way again? There we go. I'll go carefully. See? Oh, now it's switched. Do you see the big fat fish? I really loved doing this. It's just so much fun. And there's the full grouping of someone else's, and we had templates that we could look at as examples to use. As you can see, some doodle art there, just to use as the examples for what we were going to be just creating in the way that we did with the pens and doodling around on it. So it was absolutely great fun. So I really enjoyed that, and I'll put that back in the folder. And the next thing I want to do, now I am actually going to come back and do more of this type of thing. I think I'd really like to try out different techniques and ways of doing some artwork things that I've learned over time. Look, not being a art teacher or anything, I'm just going to play with it and have a go and share this on my My Time TV channel, on my Time TV channel, on the My Time TV channel, and be able to share it with each and every one of you as we can. Now I'm going to take one of these sheets off, which just happened then. and I'll show you what the inks look like as we're going. Sorry, I'm going so close up to the camera. Because here's my little bucket of surprises. A bag. Surprise! There's the surprise. The bag of... Oh, there we go. Is it going to focus? This camera doesn't always want to focus. But what we've got is the bag of tools that I bought. So there's pipettes, and that's to do... I'm not sure. I'll have to probably ask my sister that, because some of the day I remembered, some I didn't. Here we have the supplies. That's the isopropyl. Is that how it's pronounced? The alcohol in a bottle. There we go. There's the alcohol. Just clear liquid, of course. Here we've got some of the colours. Blue. We've got a pearl. That is one that I didn't use on the day. I'm really looking forward to that. Using that one. Some of them, as you can tell, they're still the same brand, but it's just got a different way of applying it to the paper. And we'll have a look at that in a minute. I'm not going to do this as a tutorial. I'm just going to have some fun and chat at the same time. I've got a wonderful friend in America who does artwork, live streaming. She does a wonderful job of it on Twitch and YouTube, and that's Heather Crafter, and she's got Craft Shack. She does some beautiful mixed media, and she's mastered the art of actually doing artwork and talking at the same time. I haven't quite got to that. This is, something a bit new for me. Now here we've got the pearl, the silver, and there should be I think I got the gold. That's an orange, and oh yeah, there's the gold. So there's the colours that I've purchased. So we've got the three sort of metallics and that type of thing there in these three. Then we've got the primary colours. There's a blue, there's a red, there's a yellow. Tangerine is the yellow that I chose. The orange is a bit more with the red in it, so it's a different type of yellow. So, and there's a magenta red. So I've only got the one blue, but for those who know art, you can make all colours of the rainbow from your red, yellow and blue. They are the primary colours, and you tone it to different levels of intensity, whether you change it to pink or orange, or the blue, do the green, etc., in different shades with just a white. So this is Blanco Blanco, which I think means white. I'm hoping it is. That's the one I ended up choosing as part of that. So these are the colours that I've got, and that's what I'm going to play with. Ooh. Now, am I going to do that straight away? Oh, I've got a thing I'm meant to be watching at 11:30, so I think I might have missed some of that. What I'm going to do is leave this now for the moment, and I'm going to come back after having some lunch, and I'd like to actually get into doing some of this as just a demo and trying it out here and seeing how I go with doing a live stream art feature. I will be doing this as half a sheet, so I'm going to do a couple of half sheets with this, and we'll see how it goes. So what I'm doing for now, thank you for staying for as long as, thank you for stopping by, and as long as you have to watch the replay, share it out, that I'll be back again later on today. Probably about 2 o'clock. I'll actually post a scheduled live stream for that here in the My Time. And I'm hoping to be able to do this as a regular, and a more art type of show, so that we can just have a different perspective on what other things there are out there in the world to be able to share with each other. Okay, so thank you for being here this morning. It's just before midday, so I'll join you again later in the afternoon. So I'll plan to be about 2, or it could be 3. Keep your eye out for the My Time scheduled event thing. I don't think at the moment with the face bugs I'll be doing it as an event. I'll just do it as a scheduled live stream at this point in time, okay? So thank you for being here. Bye for now. Gotta find where to end it. My comments were hiding it.